Hi darlings, welcome to our pre-lab prep on the pressure labs or pressure experiments. You'll need your pen and your lab notebook. So the purpose of this experiment is to observe and explore situations that involve air pressure. For each station you're going to need a page. So on your page you're going to write out the procedures. That's what you're doing right now. After that you'll write out the predictions, and you're going to do that before your experiment. Talk to your group as to what's going to happen in each experiment. Then when you're in class, make sure you're doing the lab. Write down any observations after that experiment. And then after we've finished all of the 6 stations, you're going to sit back down and then do analysis. So at the end of each little experiment, you're going to figure out why things happened the way they did. Alright, so for your first one, again, this is one page. You can actually just put this on that first page that has the purpose. You'll have enough space. Go ahead and write in big bold letters, Station 1. Balloon in a bottle, and then write out procedure as a subheading. Copy down this procedure, so pause me, and we'll go through what the procedure is. Alright, so hopefully by now you've gone ahead and copied everything down. So let's go through this. Note, for health reasons, you will need 1 balloon for each student who tries to do the demonstration. Do not share balloons. That's disgusting. Also, the other thing is that these are latex balloons, so if you do have a latex allergy, please let me know beforehand so that you're not in the room. We can find some alternative for you as well. So, you're to have 2 people. One person's going to put an uninflated balloon inside the plastic bottle, soda bottle, and fold the opening so that the balloon is on the mouth of it. So when you go ahead and try to blow air into the balloon, you're just touching the balloon, not the actual bottle itself. If you do touch the bottle, go ahead and wash off the bottle so that the next person, so it's sanitary for the next person. So you're going to go ahead and put air into that balloon. Then the second person is just going to blow up a balloon just like they normally would without any bottles. So you're going to make this into a race and see what happens. So now that you've already written out the procedure, write down the word prediction as a subheading, kind of like you would for procedure. So you would make your prediction with your lab group when you're together. And then after that, you'll do the experiment. Then you write down observations. And then once you're done all 6 labs, you're going to do the analysis. So station 2, go ahead and pause this and write down all the procedures. Alright, so for your procedures, you're going to put about 5 ml of water, it can be tap water, that's fine, into the bottom of an empty aluminum soft drink can, so a soda can. You're going to put this can on the hot plate until you start to see it warm up and see steam in there. And then take a pair of beaker tongs, not your hands, beaker tongs, and invert it into the pan of cold water. So I have a dish pan or a container for you with ice water in there. So just be careful. Again, you're going to have hot steaming water in here. So make sure you use those beaker tongs. So after this, go ahead and write down prediction. By the way, this is again on your second page. You're to write down prediction, and then do your prediction tomorrow together. A note with this, if you have soft drink cans or soda cans, please bring them in, because I don't drink soda, so I don't really have any. And if you bring in some more, then that way you can do a few more of these experiments. So please bring in some. So this is station 3. This should be on the 3rd page of your lab. It's called Submerged Cup. Go ahead and write down the procedures. Alright, so it says fill a large beaker about 2/3 full with water and crumple a dry piece of paper and squeeze it into the bottom of a plastic cup. So it's going to sit on the bottom of the plastic cup. When you flip it over, your paper should not come out. So you're going to put this entire cup into the beaker, into the big beaker, big container of water, and keep it vertical. Then take it out of the water and check your crumpled paper. Check to see what happened to it. On your 4th piece of paper, or 4th page of your lab notebook for this lab, this is station 4, air pressure mat. So go ahead and pause me, write down the procedures. So for station 4, you're going to place an air pressure mat on a smooth lab bench. Make sure it's not where any of the holes are in the lab bench. And grab one of the corners, just pick it up, see how it feels. Then, once it's flat again, lift it from the center of the pressure mat. See what happens. For station 5, again, the 5th page of your lab notebook, go ahead and write down the procedures. Alright, so for this one, fill a clear plastic cup with water. Make sure it's completely full, alright? Then place a laminated card, I'll have a laminated index card, on top of the cup, and hold the cards to the mouth of the cup and invert it over a plastic tub. And then you're going to see what happens to the card. Make sure again that when you do this, when you flip it over, it must be over the plastic tub. Otherwise, you are cleaning up any mess that you cause. Alright, station 6, go ahead and put down the procedures. Alright, so you're going to take a syringe and place a few marshmallows in there. If I don't have marshmallows, I might have balloons. If I have both, awesome, do both. And go ahead and put the cap on the syringe. There's a little cap on the base of the syringe or the tip of the syringe. Obviously the syringe doesn't have a needle in it, but make sure that cap is held by your thumb. So hold on to that syringe with that cap on your thumb, so just in case, so that cap doesn't go flying across the room. That's not a good thing. So you're going to take out all of the air before the cap is on. Kind of make the syringe go like up and down or into and out of the the pump into and out of the syringe, just to see what happens to the size of the marshmallows and the balloons. Alright, so don't forget, you should have already written down your procedures. Each of them should have been on a separate piece of paper or a separate page. Write down the prediction before you do the experiment when you're with your lab group. Then do the lab, write down observations at the end of each station before you move on to the next station. And then do your analysis questions. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care. Bye.